Chapter 12. The next week after everyone returned from their wave mission went without much trouble. The Hokage gave them the week off so they could train and rest and do the occasional D-rank mission. During this week Naruto and Hinata trained with Zabuza in their Kenjutsu and Hinata in Suiton Ninjutsu. Apart from training with Zabuza, they also did their normal training with Kurinai-sensei, but there wasn't much she could teach them. Also Haku started in the hospital learning the basics of medical ninjutsu. She was really skilled in it. Naruto also trained Hinata since she started showing a lightning affinity. With this training she started developing a new taijutsu style that was rather deadly. One small touch and everything was over. This new style could be considered an improvement over her flowing fist. Currently it was around 4 p.m. and both Naruto and Hinata were resting on the couch locked in a make-out session. Naruto was on top planting kisses all around her neck making her laugh. She decided to return the favor and flipped him making her be on top. She kissed deeply in the lips for a few seconds and left him dazed. Suddenly there was a knock on the door and Naruto pouted that it ruined their alone time. "I swear I'm about to kill whoever knocked," Naruto muttered as he got up and went to the door. "Come on Naruto and be nice," Hinata said. "We can always continue after it," she said winking at him. Naruto turned back to look at her with a devious smile that gave her chills. Naruto opened the door and saw an ANBU masked shinobi standing there. "Yes?" Naruto asked. "The Hokage demands your presence in the council room," the ANBU said and grabbed his arm getting ready to take him away. Naruto removed his arm from his grip. "We will be there momentarily," Naruto said in a cold tone glaring at him with his cold blue eyes. The ANBU nodded. Naruto closed the door and turned back to Hinata who was waiting for him. "Sorry Haim, but the council wants me. Wanna come?" "It's fun," he said smirking. "Sure, let me grab a coat," she replied. She got up, grabbed a coat, and both walked out of the house. When outside they both shined to the Hokage's tower. Hashtag Hokage Tower Council Room hashtag. Naruto and Hinata arrived at the Hokage Tower and made their way towards the council room. When they arrived there was an ANBU stationed outside of the room guarding it. The ANBU opened the door and they both walked in. The civilian council immediately started glaring at him and he simply discarded it. Kaioshin was glaring daggers at Hinata wondering what she was doing here. "What are you doing here Hinata?" Kaioshin asked. "Can't I be here for my boyfriend?" She replied, kissing him in the cheek and getting a distasteful look from Kaioshin and the civilians. "Disgusting, how can you associate with a Kaioshin didn't finish as a kunai launched from Naruto lodged itself in the wall near his head cutting a few hairs and making the man freeze. "Careful Kaioshin-sama, I wouldn't want you to break the Hokage-sama's law," Naruto said smirking. The Hyugas were known for always remaining cool no matter how stressful the situation. Everyone's eyes widened. If he wanted he could have killed him right here and no one even saw him pulling out a kunai. "You dare attack me, I can kill your precious girlfriend here only lifting 2 fingers, Kaioshin said in a calm tone. "You could try, but you would hit the floor dead before your fingers were even in the tiger seal." Naruto calmly said. "Is that a threat?" Kaioshin asked, narrowing his eyes. "No, just a warning. If you do anything to harm her, well in this case you would call it the Hyuga massacre, except I would only kill the main house since they are all arrogant," Naruto said and everyone gasped and Kaioshin simply scowled. He would have his revenge but not now, trying to defuse the situation before he embarrassed himself even more. "How can you have weapons in here?" "The ANBU outside should have made sure no weapons were allowed in here," Kaioshin said. The Hokage only watched the interaction with fascination. Here it was a 14-year-old boy pissing off the council, it amused as hell so he just watched. "See these little things," Naruto said and showed his wristbands. "In these wristbands I have a few storage seals for kunai, shurikens and senbons. It's a lot easier than wearing a pouch, besides it's not my fault the ANBU didn't check them," Naruto explained. "Besides I don't understand why you prevent weapons in here but you let in shinobi without restricting their chakra. Chakra is the shinobi's ultimate weapon, without it we are nothing more than civilians," Naruto said and everyone pondered. "He has a point you know?" Shikaku asked rhetorically and few nodded. "That's not what we called you here for," one of the civilians said. "Before we start may I ask what is Sasuke doing here?" Naruto asked and everyone stared at him wondering how he managed to sense his chakra. Sasuke stepped out from the shadows smirking. "How did you know I was there dope?" Sasuke asked. "Everyone seems to keep forgetting that I'm a censor," Naruto said sighing. "Hey old man, so," Naruto didn't get to finish. Show respect to the Hokage brat, Hayashi said. Fine, Hokage-sama, I was wondering the reason you called me, Naruto said. That I would like to know as well. The Hokage replied, looking at the civilian council, who was a bit nervous. We are here so that Naruto-san can teach Uchiha-sama that lightning jutsu you used in your last mission, one of the civilians said, and Naruto narrowed his eyes. Sorry, not teaching it. It's an S-rank jutsu of my own creation, so it belongs to me and I alone can choose who to teach it to, Naruto said, and the civilian side erupted in protest. Naruto simply waited for them to calm down. You should be proud of teaching the Uchiha-sama. The pink banshee yelled. Her name was Sakuri and she was Sakura's mother. I don't understand you. Couple weeks ago you bitched about me becoming a shinobi and one of you hired 2 jonins to assassinate me and now you want me to teach him, Naruto said, and the shinobi side froze when they heard they tried to assassinate him. Could you clarify your assassination attempt, Naruto-san? Shibi said. Aburame Shibi was Shino's father and the current head of the Aburame clan. The night after the Genin's graduation, one member of the civilian side named Tuno Kanta hired 2 jonin to kill us. They managed to break into my house during the night and tried to stab us. However, I sensed them and we killed one of them while restraining the other and delivered him to the Hokage. Naruto explained. We? Shibi asked. Hinata is living with me, Naruto explained, and Hayashi thought that her daughter couldn't sink any lower. After that, the one who hired them was executed for an attack attempt on a leaf shinobi. Naruto explained. Oh, and just to warn you, if you try again, I already protected my house with a few security seals, so if anyone tries to break into it they will have a nasty surprise, Naruto said, smirking evilly and giving the civilians shivers. We are getting off topic, we demand you teach the jutsu to Uchiha-sama, Sakuri said, getting to the point of the meeting. I already said that I won't. It's my creation, for example, Naruto said and turned towards Hayashi. The Kaiten technique doesn't require any type of bloodline, so anyone could learn it. Why not teach it to the general shinobi? Naruto asked. That technique is secret of the Hyuga clan, but I wonder how you know about it, Hayashi said, narrowing his eyes. Naruto said, and Hinata went to the middle of the room and started spinning with a low-powered Kaiten so she didn't destroy anything. How dare you use a technique of the main branch of the Hyugas, Hayashi yelled, getting up and finally losing his temper and raising his 2 fingers to activate Hinata's cursed seal. Naruto, seeing this, dashed forward with blinding speeds and slammed both hands into Hayashi's chest, saying, Chakra Seal, applying a chakra restricting seal with his left hand, and saying, Paralysis Seal, applying a seal that stops all motion from Hayashi, freezing him in place with his right hand. Suddenly Anbu appeared in the room with swords drawn and pointed to Naruto's neck. Everyone's eyes were bulging out at the events that transpired just a few seconds ago. The Hokage was simply enjoying his life. Naruto's speed was phenomenal as his work with seals, only a skilled seal master could apply seals with his hands. Naruto activated his Kamui with his Sharingan hidden and simply walked through the Umbu and their sword towards Hinata. Umbu just watched him literally walk through them like he was a ghost. I told you council meetings are fun, Naruto said, and Hinata giggled while everyone was staring at the pair. Naruto-kun, remove the seals from Hayashi, the Hokage said, and Naruto complied and removed his seals from him. And Hayashi, refrain yourself from disturbing actions, the Hokage concluded. Hayashi continued glaring at the pair, releasing little bit of Ki that didn't even affect them. Now, I won't teach it to Sasuke for 3 reasons, Naruto started. First, he doesn't deserve it, he's an arrogant kid who thinks everyone should kneel before him. Second, you need a very high lightning affinity to be able to use it, your affinity must be on the same level as Nidame's water affinity, but in this case for lightning. Third, I'm a shinobi, so you have no authority over me, Naruto concluded. Sasuke, seeing this, seethed his teeth as Naruto was explaining. You don't deserve that power and everyone should kneel before the Uchihas, Sasuke said, and rushed Naruto with a kunai. Naruto sidestepped him and placed him in a chokehold. After a few seconds he dropped him into the floor unconscious. You killed him, Anbu, kill the demon, Sakuri yelled, and the Naruto simply sighed. He's just unconscious. As much I hate him, I wouldn't kill him just because of his temper. Naruto explained. And your worship for the Uchiha will be your downfall one day. Care to explain how he managed to pull a kunai from his pouch? Naruto asked. Nobody answered. The Shinobi Council didn't like the Uchiha, he was an arrogant fool, but the civilians pampered his every demand. Naruto-san, we agree that jutsu is yours and only you should choose who to teach to, Shibi said. Thank you, Aburame-san. Naruto said, glad this was over, however he hoped he could still have a bit of fun with anyone else. However, Could you explain the requirements and disadvantages of the jutsu for classification? Shibi said. That jutsu could very well be a kinjutsu. Not a problem. For starters, to use this attack you need high lightning affinity because you need to able to draw the energy from the Earth's electromagnetic field. Once you manage to gather enough of it in the same place, clouds will form and create thunders. Once this is done, I can manipulate the thunder and redirect it to the enemy. Due to using nature's energy instead of chakra, the attack is extremely more powerful. The only drawback is that after using it you can only use it in the same place after a few minutes so that the energy from the field can stabilize, Naruto explained, and everyone thought about the possibilities of that jutsu. It could easily topple a building or destroy a small army. You are skilled, Naruto-san. My son was right about you, Shibi said, and Naruto nodded. Can we leave now? Naruto asked, and seeing the Hokage nodding started walking out of the room until they heard one of the civilians whispering, "Demon," but everyone heard it. For Kami's sake, how the hell can I prove that I'm not the Kyuubi? Naruto asked, but everyone remained silent. Naruto decided to scare the crap out of them and said, "Oh, I know a way," and everyone perked up. "Hey Kyuubi, wake up," Naruto said to Kurama, but out loud so everyone could hear him. Everyone wondered what he was doing, but the civilians were all sweating bullets. "What do you want, Kit?" Kurama asked. "How about we play with them for a bit, just don't kill anyone," Naruto thought, and Kurama smirked. "Kage Bunshin no Jutsu," Naruto said and made a single clone. In the clone, Kurama took control. His eyes became blood red with vertical slits, his whisker marks became more pronounced and his teeth became fangs. "Well, hello," the Kyuubi said in a very dark voice, scaring the crap of everyone in the civilian side. The Hokage already knew about him helping Naruto, but the shinobi side was a bit weary. "KK Kyuubi?" Sakiri asked. "Lord Kyuubi, you pathetic mortal," the Kyuubi said, and Sakiri shrunk into her chair just staring at new transformed Naruto. "You hungry?" Naruto asked. "I could eat," Kyuubi replied. "You can start with the pink banshee," Naruto said, and Sakiri started shaking and fainted. Naruto, seeing this, sweat dropped. "She fainted, pick another," he said. "Oh, just forget it, I'll eat them all," Kyuubi said, and using a discreet henge transformed into a medium-sized fox with 9 tails and orange fur. He calmly walked towards the civilian side. The rest simply watched as one by one everyone in the civilian side fainted and remained there in the ground drooling. "That was fun," the Kyuubi said, making Naruto and Hinata laugh while everyone just sweat dropped. "We are leaving, see you tomorrow, Gigi," Naruto said and walked out of the room. "I like his style," Sum said. She was the head of the Inuzuka clan and Kiba's mother. "Sniff sniff, what's that smell?" she asked. "I think I know." "Sigh, who the hell is carrying them home?" the Hokage asked, and in a flash the whole shinobi side vanished. Did Minato teach them the Hiraishin? The Hokage wondered in thought. Hashtag with our favorite couple hashtag. "I told you, council meetings are fun," Naruto said, chuckling. "How are you feeling?" "You didn't see your father since he expelled you," Naruto said. "I'm fine. He no longer means anything to me, he was never really a father. I think I never got to love him," she sadly said. "Besides, I have you now, and that is all I need," she said, kissing him in the cheek and wrapping herself around his arm, resting her head on his shoulder. "Shall we continue what we were doing?" Naruto asked, remembering what they were doing before they left. "Are you sure?" Hinata whispered in a teasing voice. Naruto picked her up bridal style and shunshined home. Hashtag few days later hashtag. Team 8 was en route to the Hokage Tower to get a new mission. Their week off was over and now they were ready for real missions. No more of those dreary D-ranks missions. During the remaining of the week, Naruto learned a few lightning jutsus from Kakashi. Flashback. Naruto was walking towards Team 7 training grounds since he set a training session with Kakashi. Naruto waited a few minutes, but then he remembered Kakashi's nasty habit of arriving late to any appointment. Naruto extended his senses and found Kakashi a few hundred meters away. He walked towards him and found him staring at the memorial stone. Naruto approached him, but Kakashi didn't even notice him since he was deep in thought. "So," Naruto said, startling Kakashi, "this is where you spend your time?" Naruto continued in a low tone, seeing the names of his parents in the stone. The memorial stone is a monument in Konoha where are written all the names of shinobi killed in action, a reminder of their sacrifice to protect their home. Neither of them said anything during a few minutes until Naruto spoke. "You shouldn't dwell in the past." "I know, but I can't forget my past actions. If I wasn't so arrogant back then, he would still be alive." Kakashi said. I'm the last of my genin team, my best friend, Obito, died to save me, Rin sacrificed herself forcing me to kill her and Sensei died defeating the Kyuubi. In his dying moments I promised Obito I would take care of Rin and I failed, Kakashi said almost breaking. You can't protect everyone, even I know that. The only thing we can do is try our hardest. Like you, I would do anything to protect those who I care about, but we can't be there for everyone, Naruto said. I just feel it's my fault, Kakashi said. You tried your best, no one could ask for more. It's time to let go, Naruto said, placing his hand on his shoulder and slowly turning away to leave. It would be best to leave him be after their talk. Maybe he's right, I've dwelled in the past long enough, Kakashi thought, looking one final time at the stone. I promise Sensei I'll do my best to protect and guide your son, he thought, smiling, and turned away from it, going towards Naruto. Wait, Naruto, I believed we had a training session, Kakashi yelled, making Naruto stop and turn towards him. Maybe my talk did some good, Naruto thought. Let's get this started, I'll be teaching you a few lightning jutsus, I've got plenty, Kakashi said, lifting his headband and showing his Sharingan. Kakashi-sensei, I wonder why can't you disable your Sharingan, Naruto said. It's because I'm not an Uchiha and I can't cancel the chakra flowing into the eye, Kakashi replied. Maybe your eye is forcibly consuming chakra to remain activated. Naruto pondered for a few seconds and said, maybe I can apply a seal in your eye that allows you to cut the chakra feed completely, allowing you to see normally, but still be able to reactivate the Sharingan. Really? Kakashi asked incredulously. If he could it would be good, he hasn't seen anything with his left eye in years outside of battles. Besides, it would remove his blind spot when not using the Sharingan. I'm pretty good with seals, I'll see what I can do. Let's get started, Naruto said and activated his Sharingan. First I'll show this, Raitun, lightning chain, Kakashi said, making a Kagebushin. Kakashi slammed his right hand with the clone's left hand, and when they were separating it created a thin line of Raitun chakra. Both Kakashi and his clone ran towards a tree, slicing it cleanly. Wow, that's an A-rank jutsu, Naruto said giddy, and Kakashi smiled. His sensei was always up to learn new jutsu. The next is the final version of my Chidori, it's called Raikiri, lightning cutter. Instead of gathering lightning chakra in the palm of your hand, you envelop your hand in it. By doing so you increase the piercing power of your hand, making it possible to pierce or slice anything. This is why it's called Raikiri, because I used it to cut through lightning. This technique requires more chakra control over your element and it's an S-rank technique. Kakashi explained. A/N, Raikiri, it's like Sandame Reikage attack. End flashback, ## mission assignment room ##. They arrived at the mission room and saw the traditional setup. The Hokage in the center of the table with Iruka to his left. Also in the room, near the edge of the table, was a girl. She was around Naruto's age. She wore a clip in her green hair in a color that matched her orange eyes. Her ninja outfit consisted of a short sleeveless white shirt with fishnet armor underneath, long white armlets, and fishnet shorts with a short white apron skirt over it. Her forehead protector was worn on her right arm. Naruto stared at her, getting a weird vibe from her. The Hokage simply watched Naruto analyzing the young girl. Naruto, it's rude to stare, Kurenai scowled at the blonde. Shino remained stoic like always. Kit, I'm getting a reading on demon chakra from her, she's the Jinchuriki of the Nanabai. Kurama said, and Naruto nodded. Nice to meet you 7, I'm Uzumaki Naruto, Naruto said, and everyone wondered what he meant by calling her 7. Nice to meet you too 9, I'm Fu, she replied, and both teammate and Iruka stared at the young girl when she called Naruto 9. Seeing that Naruto called her 7, that could only mean she was also a Jinchuriki. Who would figure? So old man, I guess the mission involves Fu. Naruto asked, and the Hokage chuckled. The mission I have for you is a B rank because of its importance rather than danger, the Hokage started. The mission is to go to Hidden Village in the waterfall and negotiate trading agreements. Fu here will accompany you to the village since it's hard to find, the Hokage concluded. The Hokage picked up the scroll and threw it at Kurenai and said, in there are the mission details. Naruto narrowed his eyes and asked, you set this up, didn't you? I thought you would like to meet another Jinchuriki like you, the old man replied. I appreciate it, Naruto said and turned to Fu, so let's head out, I want to see your village, Naruto said. Before we part ways, prepare for a 1-week mission. Gather at the west gate in 1 hour, Kurenai said, and everyone left the room. ## west gate 1 hour later ##. About 1 hour later everyone stood ready at the gate. After they signed their release forms, they left the village traveling at shinobi pace towards Fu's village. Their travel was uneventful. They were attacked by a few low-level thugs, nothing they couldn't handle. So Fu, what's like your village? Naruto asked, and Fu got a bit hesitant. The only thing I can say is that it's beautiful, Fu replied. The thing I love most is that it has the most beautiful sunsets, she explained, and Naruto nodded. Another thing is that, my village's atmosphere tends to a bit moist from the waterfalls, so it's perfect for finding new bugs, she concluded. Bugs? Shino asked, raising an eyebrow. Oh, that's right. You're from the Aburame clan that specializes in bugs, right? She asked, and Shino nodded. One side effect of me being the Jinchuriki of the Nanabi is that I can communicate with bugs and use them as a weapon, she explained. By the way, how is the Nanabi? Naruto asked. If you want we can open a channel, Fu asked, and Naruto nodded. Kurama opened the channel and they were dragged to what appeared to be a very dark room, and in the center there was light. Few seconds later, two figures appeared the room. The first one appeared to be a giant bug with horns and wings, and on top of his head was Fu. The other was a big fox, the 9 tails and orange fur, and on top of his head was Naruto. Chome, long time no see, Kurama said. It's been a while, Kurama, Chome replied. You know, I never thought of seeing you friendly with your container, Chome said, smirking. Laugh if you want. But it gets boring being sealed for 100 years and I need something to entertain myself, besides the kit is not half bad. Kurama replied. You damn right I'm not bad, Naruto replied, and the Kyuubi used of his tails and knocked him down from his head and sent crashing to the ground. You are still a brat, Kurama said, and Fu laughed. Naruto simply stuck his tongue out to Kurama. Damn furball, he muttered. It was good seeing good. Until next time, Kurama said, and both of them exited their mindscapes. What happened, Naruto? Both of you spaced out, Kurenai asked. We were just talking amongst ourselves with the Kyuubi and Nanabi, they haven't seen each other in a few years, Naruto said, and seeing the confused look of Kurenai, Fu decided to elaborate. Jinchurikis can create a mental link with other Jinchurikis and talk through our mind. Fu explained, and everyone nodded. Hashtag few hours later near the Waterfall Village hashtag. Team 8 and Fu were arriving at the village entrance when Naruto's instinct kicked in, making him slightly jump out of surprise. What's wrong, Naruto-kun? Hinata asked, concerned. There wasn't much talk after what Naruto said. Naruto-kun, is it? Is she your girlfriend? Fu teased, wanting the juicy details. She is, but I sense 3 chakra signatures coming towards at high speed, all Jonin level, Naruto said, and everyone got in position. Fu, what's your rank? Naruto asked. I'm Genin level alone, but if I use Nanabi's chakra I'm around Chunnin level, but I can't control it past 2 tails, she explained, and Naruto nodded. They may not be enemies, however let's take precaution, Naruto said, and Kurenai took charge. Since they are 3 Jonin we will need to split up. Naruto, can you take one by yourself? Kurenai asked, and Naruto nodded. I have a few tricks up my sleeve, and if need be I can use the Kyuubi's chakra, Naruto replied. Then Naruto, you take one, Hinata and Shino the other, and me and Fu will take the last, Kurenai ordered. Moments later 3 figures rushed out of the woods and jumped in front of Team 8 and Fu. The middle figure that seemed to be the leader wore a full-body sleeveless suit that was mostly black with the sides being light purple. He had green hair and purple eyes. The other 2 wore the same outfit that consisted of full-body black suit and on top a light purple mid-sleeved shirt with black belt in their waist. The faces were completely covered by a black mask revealing only the eyes. However, what all 3 of them had in common was the haitayat that had the design of a musical note. Who are you? And what do you want? Kurenai asked, keeping her guard up. My name is Rokashu Aoi and we are here to take her, he said, pointing to Fu. As he said that, everyone took a defensive formation around her. A/N, in this fanfic Aoi joined Oto instead of Aim. Rokashu Aoi, you are a new Knin from the Leaf Village, Kurenai said. What do you want from me? And I don't recognize your haitayat symbol, Fu asked. We are from the Hidden Sound Village and we want you because you are the guardian of the Ayu no Mizu, Hero Water, Aoi said, getting ready to take by force if need be. Hero Water? Naruto asked. Fu was a bit reluctant but decided to tell them since they would most likely help her. Hero Water is a special water that only exists in our village and it's considered a forbidden drink. The water gives the user, when consumed, an enormous boost in chakra. The water multiplies by 10-fold the user's chakra output, however it shortens their lifespan. Our ancestor used it to defend our village when needed. And the reason they want me is because I'm the guardian of the fountain, Fu explained, and Team 8 eyes widened. Multiplying chakra output by tenfold is some power. But no power comes without cost. Well, you aren't getting Fu, Naruto said and took step forward. A brave little genin are you? Smirked Aoi and withdrew his sword. Naruto's eye widened when he saw the sword. That's the Raijin no Ken, sword of the thunder god, Naruto said, and Kurenai wondered how could the Nidame's sword end up in Oto possession. Enough of this, if you don't surrender the girl we will take her by force, Aoi said. We are not letting her go, so that means we fight. Kurenai-sensei, I will take Aoi because of the sword, my affinity should do well against him, Naruto said. He channeled chakra to his storage seal and in a poof of smoke stood in his right his Chikuto. He channeled Raiton chakra through it and it began to sparkle with a light blue aura around it. Hashtag Naruto versus Aoi hashtag. The group split apart until it remained only Aoi and Naruto. They both eyed each other before anyone made any move. You have a lot of nerve to face me in battle. With this sword I'm invincible, Aoi said smirking. Naruto shook his head and said, you are too overconfident. No shinobi is invincible, there will always be some weakness or mistake we will make. Aoi dashed forward intending to kill the annoying blonde. He brought his sword down with vertical slash trying to kill him in one swift motion. However, Naruto blocked the Raijin with his own sword and both fought for dominance, leading to a standstill. How can that be? How can you block this sword like that? Aoi asked, getting annoyed. His sword was supposed to be the most powerful sword in existence. Like I said, no one is undefeatable and that sword isn't all powerful. My sword is made of chakra metal and I have a very high affinity towards lightning, making my sword almost on par with yours, Naruto explained, smirking and pissing Aoi off. Senbon shower, Aoi said and picked his umbrella and threw it at the air. The umbrella started spinning and launched massive amounts of senbons towards Naruto. Naruto saw no way to dodge them all and went through a few hand seals, Doton, Doryuhiki, earth wall, Naruto said, and an earth rose from the ground blocking the senbon. You are not bad for a genin, Aoi said. Genin only in name, Naruto said smiling and going through more hand seals. Katan, Gakakyu no Jutsu, great fireball technique, Naruto said and sent a fireball towards Aoi. He simply brought his sword up and in a downward slash he cut through the fireball making it disappear. Aoi dashed towards Naruto, but this time he channeled chakra to the sword and tried to shock Naruto. The sword sent a shockwave towards Naruto, who stood his ground not moving an inch. Aoi laughed thinking he got Naruto but quickly quieted down when he saw Naruto getting shocked but standing there as if nothing was happening. How can stand there? Aoi asked. I told I have a very high lightning affinity. By coating my external body with chakra, any lightning attack I received is ineffective. Basically anything shorter than S-rank jutsu or other extremely well concentrated, I'm immune to lightning attacks. That's the reason why I decided to fight you, Naruto explained, and Aoi seethed his teeth. It doesn't matter, I'm going to kill you anyway, Aoi said and once again tried to slash Naruto, but he blocked again and jumped back. Let's see what you can do without your precious sword, Naruto said and activated his EMS. It would be the first time using the long-ranged of this. Kamui, Naruto said and focused on the sword. Moments later appeared what seemed to be a small rift, sucking the sword into it and closing. Aoi only watched as the sword got literally sucked out of his hands. Bastard, where did you send the sword to? Aoi asked, getting seriously pissed by him. I took the sword and intend to take it back to Konoha to where it belongs. Naruto explained. It's time to end this, I need to go see how the rest of my team is doing. Naruto dashed forward and as he expected, Aoi couldn't do much without his sword. Aoi followed the path that most Kekkai Genkai users do, they focused merely on that and think that they are invincible. Naruto brought his sword to a vertical slash making Aoi block with a kunai and jumped to the right. Kage Shuriken no Jutsu, Shuriken Shadow Clone, Naruto said and sent 5 shurikens that multiplied to 100. Aoi brought his umbrella up and blocked them all. Aoi ran towards him and before Naruto could realize he was stabbed in the back with a kunai. Aoi smirked until Naruto dispelled in a blue light, sending a rush of Raiton chakra through Aoi, shocking him. Aoi was left lightly twitching as he looked for Naruto. Aoi barely dodged Naruto's hand as it rose from the ground and tried to catch him. Suiton, Teppadama, Water Bullet, Aoi and sent a few bullets towards Naruto, who got hit with 3 of them, 2 in the chest and 1 in the leg, leaving him in the ground clutching in pain. Aoi approached Naruto, getting ready to finish him with a kunai. He brought it down and slashed his neck. Aoi smirked until Naruto puffed away in smoke and suddenly he froze, unable to move. He only saw Naruto appearing behind his back and slamming his hand in his back. How? Aoi barely managed to ask. You let your guard down. When you hit me with the water bullets you thought you had me, however when you sent them I switched with a clone and hid underground. When you approached to kill my clone I popped up and placed a paralysis seal on you, Naruto said, and Aoi just cursed his luck by being defeated by a mere 14-year-old. Now that you can't move you will answer a few questions before I take back to the leaf. Naruto said and walked in towards Aoi before standing a few inches before him. What do you want the water for? Naruto asked in an emotionless tone, gazing Aoi with his cold blue eyes that seemed to reflect Aoi's soul upon them. Like I would tell you anything, Aoi sneered and Naruto simply smirked. Let's have some fun then, Naruto said, licking his lips in a typical Anko fashion, giving him shivers. Damn kid, when did you learn that? Kurama asked, surprised by the sudden change in attitude. When you have Kagebushin coupled with the Sharingan that grants you photographic memory you are bound to learn quite a few things. And have you forgot I've read almost the entire library in Konoha, Naruto explained and cut the feed, deciding to focus on Aoi first. Naruto activated his Sharingan but only gave him shivers. Aoi wouldn't budge. Let's try this, Megan, Jigaku Guka no Jutsu, Hellfire technique, Naruto said, trapping Aoi in an illusion that gave the idea of being burned alive. This went on for a few minutes and yet Aoi wouldn't crack. That alone isn't going to cut it, Aoi said weakly. Even thought he didn't succumb to the illusion, he was weakened by it. I wonder why you won't talk. I mean, you are going to Konoha anyway, so why not make it easier for you, Naruto said, trying to rationalize with him. It isn't Konoha I'm afraid, Aoi replied, and Naruto rose an eyebrow. Hey Kurama, I can't use Tsukuyomi yet, can you lend me a hand? Naruto asked. Of course, I'm always up for some fun, Kurama said, smirking. Naruto deactivated his Sharingan and channeled Kyuubi's chakra to his eyes, turning them into blood red with black vertical slits. Naruto gazed into Aoi and suddenly he was dragged into Naruto's mind. Aoi wondered where he was until he was faced with steel-caged doors that seemed to be meant to keep something locked up. However, that thought sent shivers as the doors were fully unlocked. Aoi gazed inside only to see two blood-red eyes glowing in the dark. The eyes were increasing in size as a figure could be seen approaching. A few seconds later the figure revealed itself to Aoi, making him freeze in place. In front of him was an orange fox with 9 tails swirling. In front of him was the Kyuubi no Yoko, the most powerful bijou of all. Oh, a snack. You are too good to me, kid, Kurama said, walking slowly towards Aoi, who remained in place but apparently lost control of his bladder. I told you I wasn't a bad guy, Naruto replied, simply watching Aoi wet himself, literally. Kurama approached Aoi, licking his teeth, getting ready to devour him. Oh okay, I'll tell why you have everything I know, Aoi stuttered, not really managing to control his body at the moment. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Naruto asked rhetorically. Why do you want the water? Naruto asked. It was a mission. Our village leader makes acquiring the water a priority mission. But I don't know what he wants it for, Aoi quickly answered. I see, and who is your village leader? Naruto asked. Orochimaru, the snake Sannin, Aoi replied, and Naruto rose an eyebrow. Orochimaru founded his own village. Interesting, I'll tell the old man when I get back, Naruto thought. Anything else I should know? Naruto asked, and Aoi quickly shook his head, saying no. Naruto released the illusion and went behind him, giving a chop to the neck, knocking him out. Naruto released the paralysis and applied instead a chakra seal. He tied him up with ninja wire and sealed him in a stasis scroll to keep him alive. Thanks Kurama, Naruto said. Hashtag with the others hashtag. Naruto made their way to the others' battle just in time to see them end. Naruto, are you good? Kurenai asked. Yes. I have his sword and he's sealed in a stasis scroll. I will take him back to questioning, but I did manage to find out that his village is run by Orochimaru, Naruto explained. Orochimaru? Kurenai asked. Yes, we will inform Gigi when we arrive at the village, Naruto said. How is everyone? He asked. We are good, Shino and Fu are a little out of breath, a few bruises and scratches but nothing too major, Hinata replied. Let's go to village to rest and report the details, Kurenai said. Hashtag village gates hashtag. Teammate lead by Fu was approaching the gates of the Waterfall Village. They arrived near the gate and were stopped by 2 guards. The guards turned to the approaching people and spotted a Konoha team with Fu. "So, you are back already?" one of the guards asked to Fu, clearly despising her. She frowned but nodded. Teammate caught this and weren't happy, primarily Naruto. "My name is Yuhi Kurinai, I'm here with my team, Aburame Shino, Hyuga Hinata and Uzumaki Naruto for negotiations," Kurinai said, handing them the scroll with the Hokage's stamp. "Welcome to the Waterfall Village," the same guard said and allowed them passage. They were walking towards the village's center where the village leader lived. Teammate seemed to notice that Fu was getting the same hateful glares and the casual insults as Naruto did in Konoha. "It seems that you two aren't liked here," Naruto stated sadly. "It's the fate of all Jinchuriki, we are all treated badly, but even then there are some people that see us for us and not the beast," Fu explained. "I don't understand why people can't see the difference between a scroll and a kunai. You are humans just like the rest of us," Hinata said. Naruto chuckled, but this laugh was filled with irony and got confused looks from everyone. Jinchuriki, the power of human sacrifice, Naruto started getting the attention of everyone. "I've thought a lot about this, and the more I think the more I realize that we aren't humans," Naruto said, getting gasp from everyone. Even the Kyuubi and the Nanabi were listening. Naruto got into thinking pose before continuing, "The moment the bijou are sealed into a human being, either it is a newborn or adult, we are bound with him until the end of our lives, since if you remove the bijou from the host he dies," Naruto said, and got gasps from everyone. "It is a strange thing, the bijou and their host. We do not need them and yet we cannot live without them, the moment they are trapped in us they become part of us," Naruto said, and everyone stopped walking and just stood there listening to the blonde. "If we combine forces we are unstoppable, and yet a piece of paper with ink can cripple us, making us strong yet fragile. Once we are bonded, each of the host gains special abilities that neither someone with Kekkei Genkai can achieve. Our chakra starts changing to adapt the bijou demon chakra, making it stronger than other humans. So you see, I'm not the beast, but I'm not the same human I was born," Naruto concluded, and no one said anything. Everyone just started walking and thinking about what the blonde had said. "Is it true?" Fu thought. "The kid is right, you know. The moment we bond you become something else, because you aren't me but you become different from the others." "But even I don't know what," Chomei said. "Kit, and I thought you were a brat," Kurama said, chuckling. "To think you could come up with something like this," Kurama said, but Naruto only nodded and didn't say anything. Everyone just continued their path thinking about what the blonde said. ### Waterfall Tower ###. They arrived at the center of the village and stopped in front of what was supposed to be the Waterfall Tower. They could see stairs going around the tree, and the tree itself was the building. They made their way up the tower and stopped facing 2 red doors that according to Fu lead to Shibuki's office, the village leader. They knocked and heard someone say, "Enter." Teammate and Fu quickly complied and opened the doors and found themselves in a small, modest-looking office. There was a shelf with books, a small couch, a few pictures, and in the back was a desk with Shibuki behind working. Shibuki has black eyes and has long, dark brown hair. He also wears a forehead protector symbolizing his shinobi status. He had gray pants, a green shirt, and ninja sandals. "Oh, Fu-chan, welcome back," Shibuki said, smiling. Apparently he was one of the people Fu said that treated her well. "Hi, mission accomplished, Shibuki-sama," Fu replied and stepped out of the way so Team 8 could present themselves. "Thank you for having us, Shibuki-sama." Kurinai started bowing. "My name is Yuhi Kurinai and this is my team, Aburame Shino, Hyuga Hinata, and Uzumaki Naruto," she concluded, and everyone bowed in respect. "Not at all, I trust the travel went well?" Shibuki asked and caught the slightly hesitation in Konoha's team. "What happened?" he asked. "We were attacked by Konoha Nukenin Rokashu Aoi with 2 other jonins. Apparently they were from a new village, hidden village that was founded recently in the rice country. They were after me and their objective was stealing the hero water. Fortunately we managed to win. Aoi was captured, both jonin were killed," Fu explained, and Shibuki brought his hand to his chin and stood there processing the information. "Did you find out why they wanted it?" Shibuki asked. "I interrogated their leader Aoi, and apparently their village is called the Hidden Sound Village and their leader is Konoha's Nukenin Orochimaru the Snake Sannin," Naruto stepped forward and explained. "This is troubling news." Shibuki started, "The water is very dangerous, even more in the hands of Orochimaru. I'll increase security in the borders and in the fountain to make sure," he finished. We will take Aoi for interrogation back in Konoha and we will send you the information we find, Kurenai said. Thank you, I appreciate it, Shibuki replied. Now, Kurenai-san, shall we discuss the trading agreements? He asked and Kurenai nodded. Fu, accompany them to the hotel until we finish our talks, Shibuki said. Everyone bowed and left the room. ## around the village ##. You were right, this village is amazing, Naruto said as they were walking towards the hotel. The village had a very naturalistic tone to it. There were trees, grass and other plants everywhere, even the terrain was earth itself. Yes, and it seems to have many different bug species around, Shino said observing the village trying to find out the different bugs around. Is that all you think about? Bugs? Naruto asked, getting a bit creeped out. You do realize that bugs are my weapons, Shino said in his usual stoic voice. You know Naruto. Fu began, since you never used bugs, you don't realize how helpful they are. They are excellent for spying, they can steal chakra from the enemies, poison them or remove poison in you and many other things. Fu explained. I guess is true, however for information gathering I have my Kagebushin and for poison the Kyuubi takes care of that, Naruto said and noticed that Shino was talking to Fu about bugs. I guess those two won't shut up about bugs too soon. It's getting late and it's nice weather, how about we go see this amazing sunset? Naruto asked. Who would have thought you were so romantic? Hinata asked rhetorically, kissing him and dragging him along. Watch, V equals IHG8 VPKQBSG, start. And that they did. They managed to find a tall tree. They climbed it and sat on the very top overlooking the darkening sky and light of the village. She's right, it's beautiful, Hinata said as she looked at the sky. The sun was going down, just dimly sending light to the earth. The few clouds that existed seemed that they were on fire. Hinata was smuggled into Naruto's chest, leaning her head on his shoulder. His arms were wrapped around her in a protective manner. You know, these are the moments I treasure most, Naruto said, embracing Hinata tighter into him as if he let go she would slip away. When you are with me, he said, caressing her silky hair. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I've never been happier than I am right now, with you, she said. Having you here with me, makes me forget everything else, I don't even care that my father left me. They couldn't be called family. If it meant being with you I would have left well before. She said, turning around facing him and staring at his deep blue eyes and his hair that seemed to dimly glow. I don't care about the rest of the world. You were the first person that ever showed me real love. Naruto said, and I will treasure you and protect you forever, he said, making her smile. Her dark blue hair flowed in the wind and seemed to shine as the moon made its way up to the sky. I love you, Naruto, she said. I love you too, Hinata, Naruto replied and leaned forward, wrapping his arms around her and pulling her closer. Their lips met with a deep, passionate kiss. It wasn't long, but it didn't matter. It was sufficient for either of them to understand the deep love they had for each other. They slowly separated and continued to watch the nightly sky until they both fell asleep in each other's arms. Music, END, ##, next day, ##. The next day had come and apparently negotiations had gone well and teammate was getting prepared to leave. They regrouped with Fu at the gate to say their goodbyes. Even thought their stay was rather short, a simple night, it was sufficient for them to slightly bond. After all, Naruto, being a Jinchuriki, quickly became on friendly terms with Fu as Shino. Don't become strangers, try to visit, Fu said. Of course, we will do our best, Hinata said. Hey Fu, I have a gift for you, Naruto started and everyone rose an eyebrow. Here, Naruto said and handed her a tri-pronged kunai, this is a very special kunai. If you need help or just want to talk, throw it at the ground and I'll be there in a flash, Naruto explained, smiling. Fu gladly accepted the gift, as there weren't many people that were good to her. Thank you, Fu said and watched them leave and fade away with the distance. ##, with Team 8 ##. A few hours had gone by and Kurenai couldn't contain their curiosity anymore. Naruto, I have a question, Kurenai said. Shoot, Naruto answered. He already suspected where this was going. That kunai you gave Fu. That wasn't a normal kunai, Kurenai said, practically asking for an explanation. That kunai contains the Shiki formula for the Hiroshin no Jutsu, Naruto explained, not revealing too much information just to see the reaction of his sensei. The Hiroshin no Jutsu, but that was the Yonyandame's technique, Kurenai stuttered, stopping and staring at Naruto. Looks like you figure it out, Naruto said. I can use it because it's my legacy. Minato Namikaze was my father, Naruto explained, and even Shino was surprised, finally forgetting his stoic face with one of shock. How is that possible? Kurenai asked. What do you mean? Naruto started, didn't your mother give you the talk? Naruto asked, making Hinata and Kurenai blush. Idiot, Kurenai replied, smacking his head. The old man named me Uzumaki after my mother because my father had many enemies, primarily IWA. I think I'm strong enough to protect myself and everyone I care about, so maybe I'll ask the old man to announce it when I become Chunin, Naruto explained. To think I never realized it, blonde hair and blue eyes. Only the Yondaime had that particular combination, she replied. Don't worry. Even Kakashi-sensei didn't realize, and he was his student, Naruto said. You told Kakashi? Kurenai wondered. Yes, I've been training with him sometimes in the past weeks. Naruto answered. I should have known when you used the Rasengan on Zabuza, she said to herself. The Hiroshin no Jutsu was his most powerful technique. She said. My father truly was a genius in every sense of the word. Naruto said, remembering his brief talk when he met his father. But I can't use it on his level yet. I can't seem to handle extreme speeds yet. Every time I try multiple jumps I end up crashing into something. Naruto said, and Hinata started laughing as she remembered Naruto crashing into the walls and trees when he tried it. Still, you can use it, Kurenai said. She was starting to piece everything together and was starting to realize that Naruto and Hinata were prodigies. The skill they possessed at such young age, to master high-level jutsu and even create their own. My team is going to rock the Chunin exams. She thought, and I'm betting on them, she thought, laughing to herself. Hashtag Hokage's office hashtag. And that's what happened, Kurenai said. Geez, what's up with the missions? First a C rank goes A rank and now a simple B rank almost goes S rank. The Hokage said, smoking on his pipe. Old man here, Naruto said, and threw him 2 scrolls. One of the scrolls has Aoi in stasis for more deep interrogation and the other has the sword he stole, the Raijin no Ken, Naruto said, and Hiruzen eyes widened. The Raijin no Ken was stole many years ago by Aoi. He didn't think he would still have it. Hiruzen unsealed the sword scroll. He channeled chakra through it and the sword flared to life with yellow sparks. The Hokage stopped the chakra and thought for a moment before throwing it to Naruto again. Naruto caught the sword but looked at the Hokage in confusion. The old man sighed and placed a sound barrier. This would be a long talk. What I'm about to tell you is a secret that only I know, the old man said. I trust you will keep quiet. The Hokage asked, primarily Kurenai and Shino, who nodded. The Hokage pondered where to start. The sword belongs to you, Naruto, the Hokage said. What do you mean, it belongs to me? Naruto asked, still in confusion. You have Uchiha blood, however you are the heir to the Senju clan, the Hokage said, and everyone froze. You could hear a pin drop in the floor. Everyone in Team 8 was looking at Naruto, who was still processing what the old man had told him. What? Naruto asked in a low voice. You know your mother was Uzumaki Kushina and she came from the Whirlpool country, right? The Hokage asked and Naruto nodded. I'll start in the beginning. Hashirama Senju and his wife, Uzumaki Mito, had 2 childs, 1 boy and 1 girl. The girl was named Senju Tsunade, the well-known slug Sannin. Tsunade later in life had a child named Senju Kushina. However, due to the war, the Senju clan was decimated, leaving only Tsunade and Kushina to reform the clan. Due to them being women and not wanting to be a breeding stock, they faked Kushina's death, resulting in the birth of Uzumaki Kushina, the Hokage said. You know the rest, the Hokage concluded. Kushina married Minato and I was born, Naruto said, and the Hokage nodded. Naruto didn't say anything during a few minutes as he thought about everything he learned. Wait, but then what about everything I found about the Uzumaki clan in my father's compound? Naruto asked. I chose the Uzumaki name because they were cousins of the Senju clan. During the wars the Uzumaki clan was destroyed, but your mother and father went to the Whirlpool Village and salvaged what they could. That is one of the reasons your father was so good at Fuinjutsu. The Hokage said, and Naruto nodded until he remembered Tsunade. Tsunade is still alive, did she leave me? Naruto asked, not really wanting to know the answer. Hinata went to him and grabbed his hand. No, the Hokage started. Tsunade lost everything she had. Her lover and brother died in the war. Then the Kyuubi attacked and her daughter also died. She wasn't in the village at the time, but she heard the news and ran. I tried to find her, but I couldn't. She probably doesn't even know Kushina had a child, the Hokage explained. Naruto frowned for a few minutes thinking about it. Then I'll find her and bring her back to the village, Naruto said with his traditional smile. You took the news better than I expected, the Hokage said. Well, if Tsunade had raised me, I would probably never have found Hinata. Even though I had a hard life, I wouldn't trade her for anything, Naruto said, making the Hokage smile, seeing Naruto has good values. That means Uzumaki isn't even my real name. I kinda grew attached to it. Naruto said. Well, when you choose to reveal your heritage, I'll be able to pick the name you want for your clan, Senju, Namikaze, or even Uzumaki. However, Uchiha you can't since Sasuke is the heir, the Hokage explained. Like I would want to live with that idiot, Naruto said laughing, and the Hokage chuckled. So the sword is mine. Naruto started, but what about Tsunade Bachan, isn't she the heir? Naruto asked. The Hokage smiled seeing Naruto call her Bachan. She hasn't been on active duty in more than 10 years. Since you already completed missions, you are currently the heir. The Hokage explained, and Naruto nodded. Naruto channeled chakra to the sword, but the strangest thing happened. Instead of the usual yellow sparks, the sword flared, but with a bright blue color. The sword was sparkling with a lot more power than the 2 times he saw it. A/N, check profile for Raijin in blue. What the hell? Naruto said out loud. Why is it blue? Naruto asked. The Hokage went into professor mode and quickly came up with a theory. Didn't you say that you had high affinity towards lightning? The Hokage asked, and Naruto nodded. Because of your high affinity, the sword probably reacted stronger to your chakra, probably making it more powerful, the Hokage explained. Guess I'm trading up my metal sword, Naruto said, chuckling, and deactivated it. Suddenly Naruto stiffened and he remembered something. Hiruzen raised an eyebrow silently, asking what happened. I'm just thinking of what the council will say when they find out I belong to the 2 most powerful clans in the world. Naruto said, smirking. It's going to be so much fun, he said, and everyone's sweat dropped. The Hokage simply laughed. The old man hated council meetings, but apparently young Naruto seemed to enjoy them. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.